I'm just going to take you through a Power BI project that I created with the data that we can provide to you directly from Zahara. So this is Microsoft Power BI. It's in what they call PowerBI Pro, which is the web-based version of Power BI. So to do that, you actually use Windows, you use Power BI Desktop, you then build your model, basically, what you're seeing in front of you, you publish it, you make it available to your colleagues, then you can actually convert it into an app as well. So this is the app that I've created. It's all very, very straightforward, and I've created some kind of tabs down here which give me different views of the data. So one of the key uses of Zahara is spend against budgets, and even if you use the budget data in Zahara that comes over, what I've got here is an example where this model here is just a pivot, but it knows how much is available to spend on a month-by-month basis on the 4 nominal codes for a budget called monthly sales budget. So that's the first thing, is making sure that these numbers flow in, which is easy. We can then bring in the value of the line items which have been applied to that budget. So in my case here, I've got a monthly sales budget, I've got the nominal code of 5,000, and the spend for the month of January is this 5354.94. The key thing here is that when I click into that amount, I can then see the drill down. I can see what that budget is made up of. If I unclick that and go into look at March's spend on 5,000, I've got that value there. And in fact, the other nice thing that we can do with the data is if you buy in lots of different currencies, we can convert the exchange rate on a daily basis as well, because we'll bring over currency exchange rates in the model. If I wanted to look at what we spent on nominal code 6201, 2401.5, there it is there. And these are line items, and are they order or invoice? And here's an example one of which is in euros, 3 at 75, using exchange rate of 0.84. So you can obviously get to a point where all of your data is meaningful. It's in your base currency. Here's another example of budget done in a different way, where we're not having the granular drill down on the nominal codes. We just want to look at how much we've spent against budget. So blue is our budget line, dark blue is how much we actually spent. So if I was to take April's figure across all of the budgets available for this business unit of Rapid Systems Limited, 133,658.99. Obviously, if I wanted to drill down on a particular budget, I would get down to, say, my monthly sales budget here, and clicking into the April figure, it's 15,625, and there's the drill down. Orders, with orders, you might want to be looking at kind of how many orders you've created in a given month, what the value is. So if we take April, have a look at that. So we created 83 orders worth £17,780, which is that figure down there, look. And the invoices we've received so far, which is one of the values we provide on a daily basis, is we've received £7.4 thousand or £7,400 worth, leaving a balance of £10,000, 10,380. So those kind of big figures there, you don't even have to do a calculation. We bring those figures into the model. Invoices, you can build that in any way you like as well. Here's virtually the same thing, so we can look at kind of different counts of invoices. If we take April 2021 versus April 2022, we can kind of look at data there. Deliveries are really straightforward. In this particular model here, I've got a count for Rapid Systems, the business unit, in April 2022 as my kind of month. How many things did we order? How many things were received? What's the net difference? And what is the net difference worth if we calculate that out? So if we take all the value of the net quantities and times it by the unit price of the line items, what is that worth? So that could be £8,870 worth of things awaiting delivery. GRNI is slightly different. We've got goods received, no invoice received at all, and we can arrive at a figure down here. And this is a different version, which is goods received, but we're not fully invoiced, and we've got a value up here as well of 1139.95. Suppliers, obviously all of the suppliers are in the line items. Here's a little model I did here where I could click into a supplier, and I've got my top, I think this is a kind of like top 25 suppliers for this particular business unit. So if I wanted to look at say BookCheck and how much money we'd spent with BookCheck on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, I can see that across the months. I can compare that or have a look at 2021 as well. and see we get one invoice from them every single month, and that's the value of the invoices there for 2021. And let's have a look at 2022. And obviously you can do side-by-side data as well. This is just examples of how you can click around and do different things. This is like a projects page that I put together, which is, choose your project. So Olympia exhibition, largely spent no money, but we've got the breakdown of how we've spent it by nominal code, what the total spend is, and if you want to compare that with invoices, you just switch over to invoices and it will give you the value instead there. So because the line items in Zahara are either order or they're invoices, you generally want both because you would have a lot of duplication. You can obviously use the two to look for the differences, but generally when you're reporting, you probably want to choose which one it's going to be, invoices or orders. Nominal codes, you can do something similar here. So in our business unit here of Rapid Systems Limited, I've got the top 50 nominal codes by spend. So on my little kind of chart here, I've got how much we spent, and if we wanted to look at how much we spent on nominal code 5000 April 2022, we can see that, and we can go down the months. Obviously, you'd probably do a graph or something like that. If you want to switch to orders, you can do that instead. Compare that with normal code 6201, etc. And then spend analytics. Really, it's down to an individual company to decide what you're going to analyze on. You could analyze on departmental spending, spend on suppliers or different suppliers. You could look at project spend. You could look into the different products you're buying. You could have a graph of kind of different product codes you buy from. It's really down to how you run your business and the things. But with good quality data, you can report on whatever you want, and you don't need us to build this for you. We'll just give you good quality data, and you can kind of build your own Power BI model, or get us to do something for you. If you can kind of give us an idea of what you're interested in, then we can have a look at it for you. So I hope that's been useful and interesting, and feel free to ask any questions.